Good morning. It's 6:03. Robert and Erin, 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. Way down there, Erin has local news, and she's getting ready right now.
A very violent weekend of storms leaves a 2-year-old dead. We'll have the latest on that. Shooting outside a local tattoo parlor leaves 6 people wounded. And tomorrow is tax day.
Yeah, that's real weird that it's on the 17th.
Today is Emancipation Day.
In the last 2 weekends, we've had a hailstorm and a tornado. Wow. And what a weekend. How did the mudbugs do?
Oh, burn your Kraft mac and cheese.
Details on the way, plus Fletcher into sports and traffic and weather, and it's all coming up.
Burn it.
All coming up this hour right here on KEEL.
KEEL News now.
A 2-year-old killed in the storms will be laid to rest tomorrow. Matt Parker has details.
The funeral service for Carly Ortiz Osorio will be held tomorrow at Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home. The 2-year-old girl was killed by a tornado Friday night in Houghton. 2 GoFundMe accounts were opened to help the family pay for funeral costs and find a new place to live. So far, the online effort has raised well over $10,000, and Hillcrest has offered to cover the cost of the service. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
Meantime, Bossier Crews will begin removing debris left behind by the storms today. Parish Administrator Bill Altimus says anything brought to the road right away will be removed by parish crews. Workers were out all weekend removing debris from parish roadways to prevent road shutdowns. Shreveport police investigating a shooting that happened in the wee hours of Sunday morning in front of Trendsetter's Tattoo Parlor on Jewella Avenue. According to police, a dark-colored SUV pulled up in front of the shop, and someone inside the vehicle opened fire on a group of people. 6 people were wounded in the incident. This time, it's believed that all will make a full recovery. The shooting remains under investigation. Tax day is tomorrow, and a survey from Offers.com finds most Louisiana residents wait until the very last day to file. Some 53% wait until the day before or the final day. Offers.com's Carson Yarborough says most people don't want to pay their taxes, and some say they would go to extreme measures to avoid doing so.
Nearly 22% of you said that you would rather give up internet and social media for a whole year rather than pay your taxes this year. 16% said they'd even shave their head to get out of paying taxes.
Now, tax day is tomorrow because today is Emancipation Day in Washington, D.C. 2 people arrested, another on the run after attempting to run over a Caddo deputy. It happened at the Walmart on Northport Boulevard about 11 o'clock Saturday night. The trio was allegedly caught trying to shoplift from the store. A Caddo deputy tried to stop the crew. During the encounter, the suspects drove toward the officers, allegedly in an attempt to run over the deputy. The House Appropriations Committee set to okay a budget that will contain $648 million in cuts. Now, when the budget process started, lawmakers had nearly $1 billion deficit, but an increase in tax collections has led to a much smaller fiscal cliff. Appropriations Chairman Cameron Henry says his committee wants to use that newly recognized revenue for TOPS.
We have students right now trying to determine which school they're going to go to, and I think letting them know that, at least for the first step in the budget process, that members are understand the importance of TOPS.
U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley has indicated new economic sanctions will be announced today against Russia for enabling the government of Syrian leader Bashar Assad in its use of chemical weapons. The 19th-ranked LSU Tigers scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 9th for a stunning 9-7 walk-off victory over the Tennessee Volunteers. Daniel Cabrera set off a wild celebration at home plate with a 3-run bomb into the right field bleachers.
Right when I hit it, I knew it was going. It was just, that's a memory I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
LSU trailed 7-3 heading into the 9th inning. And the Holiday in Dixie treasure found Sunday after just 3 clues. Alexandria and Levin Boyce found the $1,500 treasure on the back of the Frog Level Monument in Rodessa on Highway 1. The pair's detective skills run in the family as their father found the treasure back in 1989. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
Good morning. It's 9 past 6 o'clock. Good gosh. 9 past 6. Traffic update on KEEL.
Everything's still looking nice and clear for your early morning drive to work or school, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast, turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72, clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51, sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
Good morning. It's 11 past 6 o'clock. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty at 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. That KEEL app, always a free download, kind of like Facebook. Ooh, the bad guys, always free and will be or whatever. KEEL app is a free download presented by Office Furniture Source. So in consecutive weekends, we have had a hailstorm of, I guess, the way people talk about it, one of the worst of all time. Mm-hmm. And then a tornado.
Yeah, and the tornado blew through right there at Veterans Park in Shreveport, if you've noticed, right, and then across the river, headed toward Boomtown. There's lots of damage on the grounds at Boomtown, trees down, etc. And then it headed, I guess, over the interstate toward Houghton.
Just to show you how strange tornadoes are. The alarm on my phone went off. I looked the next morning because I kind of half slept through it at 12:14 a.m. Saturday morning. And
why is mine not going off? I was with some folks at lunch, and they're like,
No.
my phone was going off all night.
Oh, so yours didn't go off in the middle of the night.
Mine didn't go off at all.
I thought you got your 12s confused.
No.
But the thing is, at my house, it barely rained. I mean,
wow.
It literally. I've told you the story before about when I was a kid growing up in Birmingham, and we lived on the hill in Vestavia, which was a subdivision then, and is the size of Bossier City now.
Sure.
But there was the Dailies, us, and the Lumpkins going up this hill, and it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, and my mother gets us out of bed, and she takes us. We had this storage area. It was like a split level house, and there was a storage area sort of in the garage under the stairs. Mm-hmm. And it was, I remember, it always had this weird, damp cinder block smell. You know, the kid smells you always remember.
Sure.
And all the Christmas stuff was in there. That's all I remember. And she packed us in there. and you hear, because well, it sounds like a train. You know what? It does sound like a train. And we went up back to bed, and we didn't look out. So the next morning, the Daly's house down below us is gone. Remember I told you they were in their fallout shelter.
Yes.
Because it was 1962, and they had built one of those, like a prepper from the mid-20th century.
Right.
And then the Lumpkins' house above us, the roof was missing, and ours between the two was missing 2 or 3 shingles. So I guess this was one of those, huh?
It was kind of like exactly like that, and it just, some people got missed, some people got hit hard. Tragedy, of course, in Houghton, where a 2-year-old child is killed.
Was that Red Chute area, yes?
Yeah, in the Red Chute area. Tree fell on the RV the child was sleeping in.
Oh, my.
Just a horrible, horrible situation. And they're going out, more cleanup is happening today. The Country Place subdivision was hard hit. All around Red Chute was hard hit. It was a devastating storm, really was.
So I went to bed on Friday night, and my air conditioner was on. Got home from hockey.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And it was like 75 and kind of rainy and humid. I mean, it was just, you could cut air with a knife. And then I woke up Saturday morning, and the heat's on.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it dropped like 40 degrees. And yesterday was like, what did I see on Facebook? It was a meme on Facebook, and it said, I don't mind that Caitlyn Jenner is dressed like a woman. It bothers me that April is dressed like January or something like that.
That's true.
Holy cow.
It was a weird weather weekend.
And we're looking at more bad weather for this weekend.
Yeah, it looks like another weekend we could have some more strong storms.
Okay, so as far as Kraft Hockeyville and the Mudbugs.
Made a big mistake this weekend. I ate Kraft mac and cheese
this
in honor of our win.
What?
And we didn't win.
We finished third. Hard to believe that a municipal is like Clinton, New York. What did somebody say? One more reason to hate the Clintons.
Yeah.
I think that's Chappaqua or something.
Yeah.
Clinton, New York, with a metro population, what is it, within like an hour's drive, is 3 million people.
Oh, goodness.
So if you lose out to a metro area of more than 3 million.
Are we ever going to know the vote count?
No.
Because I suspect the Russians.
It's an entirely possible.
I think they helped.
Especially if the Clintons are involved.
Yes, exactly.
But we finished, let's see, Clinton, New York was first, Middlebury, Vermont second, I think, and we finished third. Hey, $10,000 house money.
But you can't apply again. That's the sad part.
No, you cannot.
You're out.
Forever.
Well, did the Mudbugs win the games this weekend?
Both.
Both games. Okay, so is Corpus Christi out?
No, it's best of 5.
Ah, okay.
So they play Thursday and Friday in Corpus Christi, and then Sunday here if necessary.
Okay, gotcha.
The Saturday game may have been the most intense game since the Mudbugs came back last season.
Yeah. Man. I'm glad they won.
So I understand that because of the weather.
Mac and cheese anymore.
I understand that because of the weather, we barely got on the radio this morning. Is that true?
Yeah, Matt was.
I guess the storm killed power to everything in here, so I basically had to reboot the entire system from the ground up.
He was rewiring down there. I mean, can someone please tell him to pull his britches up?
Yeah, no kidding.
Because when he's down on the floor, and
it's hard to find. Look, it's hard to find 28-36 pants in the men's section.
You got a point.
They're 31-34s. Let's not oversell it.
Put on some weight there, kid. So who's on the agenda for today?
Let's see.
The only news this weekend was national, world news, actually.
Right. Syria.
Do you get the feeling that the mainstream media is rooting? They're rooting for our enemies. They hate Trump so much, they are rooting for our enemies.
And you get Comey going on the TV this weekend, too.
So you get back-to-back weekends. You get Stormy Daniels, the plot to destroy Donald Trump. I mean, it's you hear the word deranged and obsessive. And the New York Times op-ed yesterday was, how can Trump survive these scandals? Well, they're ones you're creating.
Right.
It's you guys are making this stuff up. Comey is doing an investigation about Russia collusion with the Russians, which has been proven time and time again to have not existed, and yet this investigation keeps going on. You invade his lawyer's office, hoping to find something that you know, evidence of something you know never occurred, but really what you want is just something embarrassing that you can leak to the press.
Right,
the
exactly.
hatred of Trump is overwhelming.
Have you filed your taxes yet?
Oh my gosh, a long time ago.
Yeah, me too. You're done, Matt?
Oh yeah, you know I'm not a guy that waits till the last minute on anything. So
No, I got my money back a long time ago.
Well, it's because you cheat.
I do not cheat. That is so not true.
she cheats everybody else, not the government.
No.
Is this on?
No,
Is
no,
this
no, no,
on?
no. There's no cheating.
Do you do
going
your
on.
own? I can't imagine.
Absolutely do my own.
Do you really?
I'm a money gal. I know exactly what I'm doing.
You really do your
I
own
really do
taxes?
my own. From start to finish. Absolutely.
If it takes you less than 4 hours, you're not doing it right.
That's about right. It's a start, don't answer the phone sort of deal.
Really?
Shut the door, don't mess with anybody. Yeah, I do my own.
And coincidentally, you always seem to get money back.
This time I did not, so I may have screwed it up. I don't know.
But
I didn't know a whole
always
lot.
remember, if you get a refund, you don't have to file.
Yeah, exactly. They don't care if you file or not.
No, they don't want to send you the money back.
Right.
19 past 6 o'clock, 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. A big sports weekend around the Arklatex, more on Kraft Hockeyville, and at hockey on Saturday night. I've told you before, and I tell people at hockey games, twice, because I do PA at the Mudbugs game, that at least twice a season, I am going to do something that is I'm going to say something that is so incredibly, inexplicably stupid.
Really?
That it's just going to happen. Remember Louisiana coin and laundry?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of coin and jewelry?
Yeah.
Okay, something happened Saturday night, but not to me.
Thank God.
That will make me feel that I will have this mistake someone else made will give me comfort for a long time.
I like that.
19 past 6 o'clock, 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL, time for traffic, and Ruben's here.
Everything's still looking nice and clear for your early morning drive to work or school, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51. Sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
Twenty-one past 6, 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL Sports.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. LSU freshman Daniel Cabrera socked a 3-run walk-off home run to complete a comeback from a 7-3 ninth-inning deficit against Tennessee Sunday. The 9-7 win completed a weekend sweep of the Vols and delivered head coach Paul Mainieri his 1,400th career win. The Tigers are now just one game behind Arkansas in the SEC West. Mason Robinson had 3 hits and 3 RBI. Dalton Skelton belted a homer, and Logan Bailey scattered 7 hits and 3 runs over 7 innings to pick up the win for Louisiana Tech in the series finale with Charlotte. The win prevented a sweep by the visiting 49ers. Nathan Jones pitched a complete game for Northwestern State. In a 5-2 win over Southeastern, Jones wiggled out of a bases-loaded jam in the ninth inning to earn his second win of the season. 44-year-old Bartolo Colon carried a perfect game into the eighth inning in Houston last night, and the Rangers' Robinson Chirinos collected all 3 RBI in the Rangers' 3-1 win over the Astros in 10 innings. The Astros wasted Justin Verlander's masterpiece, 8 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, and 11 Ks. And in the NBA playoff Sundays, all of these were opening games of the series. Indiana blew out Cleveland on the road, 98-80. Boston survived overtime against Milwaukee, 113-107. Oklahoma City got big games from Paul George and Russell Westbrook to get past Utah, 116-108. And Houston needed all 44 of James Harden's points to get past Minnesota, 104-101. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
Twenty-four past 6 o'clock. Robert and Erin, 101.7 FM, 710 Keel.
I'm really worried today because it's one of those days that I think we booked someone, but I don't remember.
We have been efforting to get Senator Kennedy for a few days.
Is he a go?
On these, no. Remember, we had him lined up for Friday morning.
Yeah.
And then here's how this works, and this is so odd. When you're dealing with a national politician like Senator Kennedy, or when we had Mike Pence on, the vice president, it's the first confirmation is not the final confirmation.
Right.
It's like, okay, this is confirmed, but we'll confirm again. And I think with Mr. John, it's to the point of 2 confirmations. I know with the vice president, it was like 4 confirmations.
Sure.
And was it you here? Were you here or Gary when we had the VP on?
Oh, no, it was me.
And
I talked to all 12 of his people.
Oh, my gosh.
Please hold for the VP of the VP.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the cool thing, though, was they at least had some nice on-hold music.
Oh, good. Okay.
Hail to the chief.
Yes.
I've just got an email I need to pass on real quick.
No, go ahead.
Because of the storm cleanup, one local school is without power this morning and will be closed today. That's Caddo Heights Elementary. SWEPCO crews are working to restore power in that community. But again, Caddo Heights Elementary will be closed today.
So to review, what was the path of the storm? What I don't, what is it, E1, F1?
EF1.
What?
EF1.
Is that what it was?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do we know what that, I don't know anything about
I don't know what the abbreviations stand for.
The power of the storm other than it cut a big swath, and I guess this was on the ground for a long time, huh?
A long time. If you can imagine the Veterans Park area where the Frisbee Golf Course is. Right. It came right near the Veterans Hospital. It came apparently across the river there and then went on to the property at Boomtown Casino where they lost several trees. Right. And then it went from there across the interstate just east of Bossier and into the Houghton community there. So now that it touched down, go back up, touch back. Yeah, it came down, went up, came down, went up. So that's part of the issue. Where was it on the ground? Where all the damage was caused? A tragedy in Houghton, obviously, with the death of a 2-year-old.
And just as far as the EF goes, it's the enhanced Fujita scale, and an EF1 is a tornado with winds 86 to 110 miles per hour.
Gotcha. So in the scheme of tornadoes, as much damage as it did, this was a relative a minor storm, right?
Yeah, it's one of the lower ends.
Mm-hmm. But if you pick that up and move it a couple of miles to the north, it would have put it right across downtown. You never know what could have happened. I mean, with all the glass breakage and et cetera, it could have been way worse than it was, but it's still such a tragedy for that Houghton family and the Houghton community. They're going to be cleaning up for days.
So, like I said, on back-to-back weekends, we've had has anybody looked at your roof yet?
They have not, but they're coming out. They're coming out to look at it.
You've got a year. It's okay.
I looked at it, and it looks okay, but
Wait.
No, I have an upstairs area that can see down on parts of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
So I can.
Do you have any idea what to look for?
Shingles blown off. That's kind of what I'm looking for.
I don't think it knocks shingles off.
I'm looking for little dimples, like golf ball dimples.
Oh my God!
I don't see any of that.
Cars? Have you seen some?
The cars are like, they look like they need Accutane.
There are.
They really do.
There are. I don't want to. You know what? We hear the term storm chaser all the time, as though that's like the worst thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you, I just see a lot of guys, especially the Denton fix.
Oh yeah.
That are setting up in people's parking lots.
I saw another one this weekend coming across the Shreveport-Barksdale Bridge, pulling a little trailer, and the phone number's not even a local area code. It's like they just descend on our area like locusts.
Why do you think that is?
Because that's what they do for a living.
Because
they go to the hail places.
Because there aren't enough. Look, I have had local roofers tell me it could be more than a year before they get to everything.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
So the point being, the work's here. There's plenty of work to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who you choose to do your repair is totally up to you. I'd go local. That's how I lean.
Yeah.
But like I said, a local roofing guy said, there's so much work to be done here because of last week's storm.
Mm-hmm.
There's a year's worth of work.
Who do they prioritize first? I'm curious.
Whoever calls first, I would think.
First in line? Okay.
I have no idea. I ain't in the roofing business.
Okay.
29 past 6 o'clock, 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL traffic update just ahead of Erin and local news. Here's Ruben.
Everything's still looking nice and clear for your early morning drive to work or school, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast. Sunny and turning warmer with a high of 72 today. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy, low 51. High 83 with sun for tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
The power of information. KEEL News now.
6 people wounded in an early morning shooting. Matt Parker with that.
Shreveport police are investigating a shooting that took place in the wee hours of Sunday morning in front of Trend Center's Tattoo Parlor on Jewella Avenue. According to police, a dark-colored SUV pulled up in front of the shop, and someone inside opened fire on the group of people. 6 people were shot in the incident. At this time, it's believed that all will make a full recovery. The shooting remains under investigation. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
Prayers for the family of 2-year-old Carly Ortiz Osorio, the young child killed by the storms in Houghton Friday night. Her funeral scheduled for tomorrow at Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home. Meantime, Bossier crews will begin removing debris left behind by the storms today. Administrator Bill Altimus says anything brought to the road right away will be removed by parish crews. 2 people arrested, another on the run after attempting to run over a Caddo deputy. It happened at the Walmart on Northport Boulevard near Blanchard around 11 Saturday night. The trio was allegedly caught trying to shoplift from the superstore. The deputy tried to stop the crew, but during that encounter, the The suspects drove toward the officer, allegedly in an attempt to run him over. Former FBI Director James Comey said in an interview on ABC that President Trump is morally unfit to be president and that it's possible the president is compromised by the Russians. Sitting with ABC anchor George Stephanopoulos, Comey elaborates that it is unlikely the Russians compromised the president, but
I think it's possible. I don't know. These are more words I never thought I'd utter about a president of the United States, but it's possible.
Again, the interview on ABC. The Holiday in Dixie treasure found Sunday after just 3 clues. Alexandria and Levin Boyce found the $1,500 treasure on the back of the Frog Level Monument. The pair's detective skills run in the family as their father found the treasure back in 1989. Nearly $1 million made in an auction for former actress and socialite. More from Leslie Lotto.
Costumes, memorabilia, and other items owned by the late Zsa Zsa Gabor selling for more than $900,000. That includes a portrait of the actress, which went for $45,000. A diamond and gold necklace with Gabor's catchphrase "Darling" sold for $20,000. Hundreds of items selling, including Gabor's scripts, costumes, pictures of her with stars ranging from Johnny Carson, Cloris Leachman to Ronald and Nancy Reagan. Gabor died about a year and a half ago. She was 99 years old. Leslie Lotto, Fox News.
And George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum did not win the big Kraft Hockeyville honor. We won third, and that's $10,000. Clinton, New York is the big winner. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
.101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright, Erin McCarty, 635. Shreveport Security Systems text line is 318-392-1884. I mentioned that because somebody sent along the tornado scale that you had just dug up, so thanks very much. The Comey interview, it was on the James Comey interview on ABC last night, right? And I watched a little bit of that and looked at a few clips this morning, and I'm sure you may even have it or may have already have it.
We just played a cut just now, yeah.
Where the interviewer literally asks Comey, in charge of the investigation of President Trump, do you think there was Russian collusion? And he says, it's possible, I don't know. And I'm thinking, wait a second. First of all, you've been doing this for a year and a half.
Yeah, don't you know by now?
Second of all, how can there be an investigation? I'm certainly not the first to make this point because it's so obvious. How can there be the fact that there's an investigation with no crime is imagine if the police did that. Well, wait a second. This guy, how can that happen?
Maybe there was a bank robbery. We're not sure if there was. Maybe there was. So we're going to investigate.
Imagine this. No, take it a step further. There may have been a bank robbery, and we think you were the bank robber. Now, we can't prove there's a bank robbery, but we're going to investigate every facet of your life because we think you somehow might have been tied to the bank robbery because of false information. I'm talking about the Trump dossier.
But we don't even have evidence of a bank robbery.
No evidence of a bank robbery. We just think that maybe you're a bank robber.
You might be the hold-up guy.
So we are going to appoint a special investigator to lead an investigation that will turn upside down every part of your life. There are no limits on the areas. Remember now, there are no limits on the Comey investigation.
But there is evidence of Russian involvement in our election.
By whom?
I've seen lots of stuff.
Find any evidence, any evidence that Trump colluded with the Russians.
I didn't say Trump.
Then why are they investigating Trump?
They're investigating. They've been investigating the Hillary campaign and the Trump campaign.
That's a totally different thing. In fact, the FBI blew that off. That's why Comey got fired.
You heard Senator Kennedy say on this radio station there was Russian involvement in our election. No doubt about it. He's seen the evidence. He said it.
But is
it connected to Trump? I don't know.
Okay, the question is, you don't know. You know who else doesn't know? James Comey, quote, "It's possible, I don't know." So it's like investigating you for a crime that never took place because they are
No. You will hear the top brass say the Russians interfered in our election.
But
Senator Kennedy said that on this radio station. There's no doubt about it. They did something.
Define interfere.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
We had,
but you'll hear lots of top people say they have seen it.
Now you're going full Comey on me. You're just saying, well, I heard that, and I think that, and I've read that, but there's no evidence of anything anywhere. Especially,
and part of it is they can't tell you. They can't share it. It's part of the problem, I believe.
There's been no crime. And this is always compared to Watergate. At least with Watergate, there was a break-in. You knew something happened. You knew something happened. And what makes it even all the more frustrating, and bluntly put, makes me just so angry, is that the fix was in with Hillary and the emails and the remember now, espionage is defined as, under federal statute, espionage is defined as, if you are, let's say Secretary of State, okay? And you have your Secretary of State phone, and you get up to go to the bathroom, and you leave that Secretary of State phone on the table, i.e. unguarded, that's literally espionage. So if that's the bar, if that's the definition, and you set up your own email server, and you lie about it, and you evade investigation, and then you deny some more, and then your husband, the former president, has a meeting with the then Attorney General of the United States.
Right.
Look, I sound like every other Republican who's coming out of his shoes.
You obviously know the Russians hacked into the DNC. There is evidence of that. The FBI has released vast reports on that. Now they're trying to connect it to Trump, and that's where I don't know that they're
not trying to. The fable is that Trump and Putin colluded to steal the election from Hillary.
Right.
And yet, as though like they hacked voting, there's no evidence. There's the American electoral system. Voting are not done via the internet. It's not digital. We had Tom Shedler on told us that. So once again, it's a witch hunt. It's an attempt to destroy the president for no other reason than he's got to be destroyed. The quote from Comey, "It's possible, after a year and a half, it's possible, I don't know. You're supposed to investigate crimes, and you're just looking for one." It's like he wants a cure for which there's no known disease.
Right.
639, 1017 FM, 710 KEEL traffic time. Ruben's here.
Everything's still looking nice and clear for your early morning drive to work or school, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast, turning warmer today with sunshine and a high of 72. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51. Sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
642, it's 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. I had mentioned, I've told the story a couple of times about Louisiana Coin and Laundry.
I love that story.
You're thinking there's no such place
There's
as...
no such place as Louisiana Coin and
see,
Laundry.
here's the deal. Okay, so since 1997, I've done PA, public address announcer, at Mudbugs hockey games.
23 years, huh?
And, well, they were off a few. And so I just tell people that a couple times a year, just because I'm talking so much, that at least a couple times every season, I'm going to say something that is so inexplicable. And let me just add to that, probably inexplicably stupid.
Off the wall,
as don't even ask why.
Out to lunch.
It's because you just are.
Your brain gets in the bad mode.
And so last season, one of our sponsors was Louisiana Coin and Jewelry, which is over there on Line Avenue, back in the corner, sort of like the what they call the Gucci Brookshires.
Right.
and so I don't know why. I don't know why this happened, because, like I said, I'm trying to explain the inexplicable. And I'm doing the live read, and for whatever reason, and it's supposed to be sponsored by, brought to you by, Louisiana Coin and Jewelry. And I don't know why, but what came out was, blah, 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 sponsored by Louisiana Coin and Laundry. And everybody looked at me. And because the whole Game Ops staff is on radio, and all of a sudden people start, what did you just say? Kimberly, you know Kimberly.
Yes.
She was the rep. She was the sales rep for Louisiana Coin and Jewelry. She was like walking around she comes down, and she smacks me on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Comes up behind me in the announcer's booth. What did you just say? I said, what do you mean? She said, you said Coin and Laundry. I said, no.
Yeah, you did.
And everybody goes, yeah, you kind of did.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Louisiana Coin and Laundry? How did that happen? So from then on, I was so paranoid about not saying Louisiana Coin and Laundry and actually saying Louisiana Coin and Jewelry that, in fact, one other time...
You screwed it up again.
I did. I said Louisiana Coin and Laundry, and everybody hit me again.
Oh, boy.
Now I have a story to tell you that happened this weekend that makes me feel better. Because, as you know,
okay, good.
I do PA at the Mudbugs games. Well, next door, 94.5, Jay Wadley, he does just basically what we call, he's basically the game show host.
Sure.
And he wanders the crowd, and he does the on-ice promotions with the contestants, and he is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Except on Saturday night.
Oh, did he have a big screw up?
Had a little brain.
Oh, boy.
Now,
a brain burp?
Matt does sound for the Mudbugs games, too, so he was
Sure.
there. So, yeah, Jay had a little brain fart.
Uh-oh, what did he do?
So every period we have a TV timeout for the, because some of the teams stream the games, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
So they want a TV break for a sponsor and extended like 60 seconds. And we fill those breaks with a promotion. And during the third period TV timeout Saturday night, we did a contest called Sonic Shake for Your Shake, where people stand up and dance entire sections of the arena. Understand, there's more than 3,000 people there. It's almost a sellout on Saturday. So Jay had section G and section H. Look at him, his face.
It was something so idiotic. I still can't believe
He's
it
got
happened.
sections G and H, and these two sections are packed. And Jay is Sonic, shake for your shake. Everybody's section G, stand up and dance, because the entire section
Stand up and dance.
wins a milkshake if.
Cool.
Yeah.
The best shake.
So there's like 500 people in each section, and they stand up in section G, and they're awesome. Everybody's getting into it. And then he says, okay, section G, section H. And section H stands up, and they're awesome. All 500, they're dancing, and then goes back to G, and back to H, and back to G, and back and forth. And they're trying to outdo each other for the Sonic Shake for Your Shake contest.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay says, and tonight's, he knows this is legit. Look at the look on this.
I was there, unfortunately.
He says, and tonight's Sonic Shake for Your Shake winner, section R.
Oh, no.
Well,
Oh, no. Did he really?
yeah, he kind of did. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One little problem with that.
They weren't in it.
They weren't in the contest.
Oh, boy. So what do we have to do? How do we fix this?
Well, they booed the hell out of them.
I bet they did.
But section R is going to Sonic.
Yeah. Did they really have to award it to R?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
I guess they did.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
That's pretty good.
Remember.
Oh, poor
and I'm
Jay.
not talking to you, and I'm not talking to Matt. I'm talking to the audience now. If you talk for 15 hours a week, as we do,
you're going to screw something up.
Occasionally, something's going to come out not quite the way you intended.
Boy, the story of my life.
And sometimes it involves the governor.
Yeah.
648, 1017 FM, 710 KEEL traffic and weather updates, and your money now, both coming up next on KEEL.
Looks like I-49 South's got to clear all the way to Alexandria right now, but look out later on this morning for some traffic delays on I-220 westbound near North Market due to construction. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51. Sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer. High 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
Yes, I'm Jennifer Kishinka with Your Money Now.
Good morning. It's 8 before 7 o'clock, 1017 FM, 710 KEEL Sports.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. LSU freshman Daniel Cabrera socked a 3-run walk-off home run to complete a comeback from a 7-3 ninth-inning deficit against Tennessee Sunday. The 9-7 win completed a weekend sweep of the Vols and delivered head coach Paul Mainieri his 1,400th career win. The Tigers are now just one game behind Arkansas in the SEC West. Mason Robinson had 3 hits and 3 RBI. Dalton Skelton belted a homer, and Logan Bailey scattered 7 hits and 3 runs over 7 innings to pick up the win for Louisiana Tech in the series finale with Charlotte. The win prevented a sweep by the visiting 49ers. Nathan Jones pitched a complete game for Northwestern State in a 5-2 win over Southeastern. Jones wiggled out of a bases-loaded jam in the 9th inning to earn his 2nd win of the season. 44-year-old Bartolo Colon carried a perfect game into the 8th inning in Houston last night, and the Rangers' Robinson Chirinos collected all 3 RBI in the Rangers' 3-1 win over the Astros in 10 innings. The Astros wasted Justin Verlander's masterpiece, 8 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, and 11 Ks. And in the NBA playoff Sundays, all of these were opening games of the series. Indiana blew out Cleveland on the road, 98-80. Boston survived overtime against Milwaukee, 113-107. Oklahoma City got big games from Paul George and Russell Westbrook to get past Utah, 116-108. And Houston needed all 44 of James Harden's points to get past Minnesota, 104-101. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
Good morning, 654. Robert and Erin, 1017 FM, 710 KEEL. And the KEEL app, a free download from Office Furniture Sources. 38 God, it's 38 degrees.
Is it really?
Oh.
Yeah, I had to turn on the heat this morning. I woke up
I told
freezing.
you, when I went to bed Friday night, a Friday night, I got home from hockey at about maybe 11:15. And it was so high, it was like 75 degrees and so humid from the rain. Because I'm like the last guy that ever turns his AC on.
Mm-hmm.
I just am. I mean, I got to have 2 days of 85 before
Sure.
I even think about it. And so it was so humid and the air was so thick in the house that I turned the AC on.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to bed Friday night, turn the air conditioner on. In the middle of the night, I wake up and it's like it was like 68 degrees. I mean, what the heck? Well,
Yeah.
because it was 40 degrees outside.
Right.
We had a 40-degree temperature swing.
That is unbelievable.
Now, today it's going to be about 70. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday, it's going to be about 80.
80.
And, well, Erin, it's April 15th, 16th.
Yeah.
Actually. And then for the weekend, we've got a chance of more rain, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday again. More severe weather could be on the way. So, like I said, the last 2 weeks, a hailstorm and a tornado. 650.
I struggle. Heat in the morning, heat at night, air in the day.
Yes, sir.
No, I was telling you it's time to go.
Oh, time to go. Okay, got to go. Matt says it's time to go. When we come back just after 7 o'clock, we talk a lot about how the definition of racism has changed. Not the definition. That's not exactly right. Not the definition of racism, but how we apply what is racist in 2015 may have been actually just, like going to a party in 1955. Wait until you hear the latest.
All right.
6:56, here's Rush on KEEL.
Mexico's President Enrique Peña Nieto has ordered a full review of Mexico's cooperation with the United States. Nieto is unhappy with President Trump's immigration policies. He's frustrated with Trump's supposedly negative attitude toward Mexico. The review is expected to take a few weeks. Mexico's foreign minister is warning us that isn't just a lot of talk. They're serious about it, and there'll be real consequences ahead. Now, I can't wait to see what some of these consequences are. Mexico allows thousands of illegal immigrants from Central America to caravan through their country with the stated goal of crossing into our country illegally. So where is this cooperation they keep talking about? Mexico not only allows, but encourages thousands upon thousands of its own citizens, primarily poor, to cross our border illegally, in some cases many times. Where is this cooperation they talk about? Mexico does very little to help share the cost of providing benefits to the millions of Mexican citizens who already live here illegally. So where is this cooperation? Yeah, I can't wait to see what even less cooperation from the Mexican government would actually look like. And I know you can't either, but we're going to keep a sharp eye for it. And when we see the less cooperation, we'll be sure and flag it and let you know. Today's technology makes things easier because everything's connected. Your cell phone, your tablet, even your smart TV, all connected to one account. And they're all connected to your Wi-Fi. It only takes just one weak link for a cyber thug criminal to break in and obtain your data. And that's why the new LifeLock Identity Theft Protection now adds the power of Norton security to your devices. Now, while LifeLock uses proprietary technology to detect threats to your identity, the addition of Norton security helps protect up to 5 of your devices from online threats. And if there's a problem, LifeLock's agents will work to fix it. Now, of course, no one can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But new LifeLock with Norton gives you more protection for today's connected world. Join now, get 10% off your first year. Go online to lifelock.com and enter the promo code RUSH. That's lifelock.com. Remember, promo code RUSH.
The intersection of Greenwood Road and Hearn Avenue is dealing with some slow-moving traffic right now. And we have some traffic delays on the 400 block of Kings Highway due to construction. If you have any accidents, hazards, or closures to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
KEELAccuweather.com forecast, yes, it's supposed to get near 70 today. Mostly sunny, middle to upper 60s. Right now, it's 39 at Keel, 7 o'clock, Fox News.
Breaking news and trending talk. This is 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. KEEL, Shreveport.
3 past 7 o'clock, 1017 FM, 710 Keel, the yelling from the other end of the gopher-shaped broadcast table. Erin has local news, and it is up next.
The storm damage across our area still being evaluated. One school closed today, Caddo Heights, and a tragedy for a Houghton family. Their 2-year-old is killed as the storms roll through.
It's 38 degrees this morning.
Did someone just text us that they have frost on their windshield?
Ice on their windshield in Stonewall,
It's
yes.
April 16th.
And don't get a tattoo at 3:30 or 4 in the morning. I will explain.
Oh, boy.
Traffic and weather, Fletcher and sports all coming up this hour right here on Keel.
The power of information. KEEL News now.
A 2-year-old killed in the storms in the Houghton community will be laid to rest tomorrow. The funeral for Carly Ortiz Osorio will be held tomorrow at Hillcrest. The 2-year-old was killed by a tornado Friday night in Houghton. Now, 2 GoFundMe accounts were opened to help the family pay for funeral costs and find a new place to live. So far, the online effort has raised well over $10,000. Meantime, the residential storm cleanup beginning today in Bossier. Matt Parker with that.
Bossier Parish crews will begin removing debris left behind by weekend storms today. Parish Administrator Bill Altimus says anything brought to road right-of-ways will be removed by parish crews. Workers were out all weekend removing debris from parish roadways to prevent road shutdowns. If you have debris that needs to be removed by the Parish Highway Department, you can call to make arrangements at 965-3752. From 1017 FM and 710 Keel, I'm Matt Parker.
6 people wounded in an early morning shooting. Police investigating a shooting that happened in the wee hours of Sunday morning in front of the Trendsetters Tattoo Parlor on Jewella Avenue. Apparently, 6 people were hurt. The shooting remains under investigation. 2 people arrested, another on the run after attempting to run over a Caddo deputy. This happened at the Walmart on Northport Boulevard Saturday night. The trio was allegedly caught trying to shoplift from the store. Caddo deputy tried to stop the crew, but during that encounter, the suspects drove towards the officer, allegedly in an attempt to run the deputy down. Tax day is tomorrow, and according to the IRS, the average person who qualifies for a refund will get over $3,100. Carson Yarborough with Offers.com says Louisiana taxpayers they spoke with will put that money to good use.
Most consumers in Louisiana are going to be using their refund to pay off debt. Nearly half of them will be doing that. Also, 30% plan to put it away in a savings fund, and then the rest plan to use it for regular, everyday expenses.
Filing date for your state income tax return is May 15th. The House Appropriations Committee set to approve a budget today for the next fiscal year that will contain $648 million in cuts. Appropriations Chairman Cameron Henry says TOPS is a priority and providing money for DAs another. He says they also want to adequately fund the state's waiver program, which provides assistance for those who are disabled. But the state health department and all state agencies can anticipate cuts.
I think it's prudent for everyone to take a little bit of a cut, and maybe the economy turns around next year and we can do something, moving forward. But at this point, that's kind of where we are.
Former First Lady Barbara Bush said to be in failing health. Family spokesman says the 92-year-old has decided not to seek additional medical treatment and will instead focus on comfort care. State officials have talked about spending billions on redirecting sediment carried by the Mississippi River to rebuild our coastline. However, a study out of Tulane says the diversions will provide new land, but not fast enough. Lead author Elizabeth Chamberlain.
We see that what the system's capable of growing is much smaller than what we're losing right now.
Chamberlain says Mississippi River is capable of building land, but those in charge of coastal policy and management will have to make difficult choices on where to locate the diversions. The Holiday in Dixie treasure found Sunday after just 3 clues. Alexandria and Levin Boyce found the $1,500 treasure on the back of the Frog Level Monument in the Rodessa community. The pair's detective skills apparently run in the family. Their father found the treasure back in 1989. I'm Erin McCarty on 1017 FM and 710 Keel.
7 o'clock, 101.7 FM and 710 Keel traffic time. Here's Ruben.
The intersection at Greenwood Road and Hearn Avenue is dealing with some slow-moving traffic right now. And we have some traffic delays on the 400 block of Kings Highway due to construction. If you have any accidents, hazards, or closures to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51. Sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
Good morning. It's 11 past 7 o'clock. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. It's 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. The Keel app is a free download from Office Furniture Source.
It is smooth as butter.
As time has gone by, you and I have talked about this a little bit, and the things now that are by people Matt refers to as snowflakes.
Yeah.
A little too touchy. That everybody seems so ready to throw, to just brand somebody, anybody, as racist for what seems to be something pretty small,
benign. Yeah.
So I'm going to read this to you, and I want you to tell me what you think. An Oklahoma City Thunder NBA team, Oklahoma City Thunder broadcaster has come under fire for using, it's interesting to me. I was watching last night, and it was it EWTN? I think so. And there was this thing on C.S. Lewis, and you know who C.S. Lewis was, the English Christian apologist. And C.S. Lewis, there was a line they quoted C.S. Lewis, and it is critical. I'm trying to think of the exact quote because it was just awesome. It is critical to consider the assumptions that are made when a question is asked.
Wait, go again?
It is critical to us. It is critical to take I can't remember the exact phrase, I apologize, but critical to look at the assumptions that are made when a question is asked. For example, here's a perfect example. A couple of weeks ago when they had the anti-gun march, the anti-Second Amendment march in Washington. Mm-hmm. And the way it was written up was, if you're not with us, if you're not for the confiscation of guns, you're for children being killed in schools. And I said, right. First of all, I don't accept that template. I don't accept that assumption. So that's basically the point C.S. Lewis was making in that quote. Now, listen to the assumptions that are made in this opening sentence. An Oklahoma City Thunder broadcaster came under fire last week for using an old Southern phrase with racial connotations when talking about Russell Westbrook. He's a guard. He's a all-pro guard, plays for
Dynamo, yeah.
Oklahoma City. So the two things in there, an old Southern phrase. Now, the origin may be Southern, I don't know, with possible racial connotations. I think there may be an assumption there, but you guys can figure this out for yourself. Westbrook, who became the only player, blah, 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 he was having an awesome game, okay? Oklahoma City play-by-play guy Brian Davis says, basically, in fact, here's the quote, Westbrook is playing out of his cotton-picking mind. Now, how many times in your life as a 50-plus-year-old Southern woman or woman in general have you heard the phrase, he's out of his cotton-picking mind?
Oh, I've heard it a lot.
Would you attach...
Not recently.
Would you attach racial... No. In 21st century America, do you understand how...
Of course.
There's people calling for this guy's job.
He's essentially...
No, he's not essentially anything. He's using a colloquialism that has been around forever and ever.
But he's talking about an African-American man.
See, here's the deal.
And the two, you should, you know... I hate that we have to go there, but we have to go there.
No, we have to go there because, as Matt says, there's just a lot of overly sensitive people. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand.
Sure.
Here's the deal. And we talk about this all the time, how the definitions of things have changed over the last 20, 30, 50 years. And we've talked about Dr. C.O. Simpkins, Shreveport guy, civil rights leader. And we talk about how in the 1950s, early 60s, Dr. Simpkins, his truck was blown up, his house was burned down, his dog was killed by racists, by Klansmen. And you wonder how he looks at something like this. And that people are literally screaming and yelling and jumping up and down and calling this man, the guy who has no history of anything racial in his, not much less racist in his entire life. This play-by-play guy, Brian Davis. And yet they're calling for him to be fired for being a racist. Do you think in 1950s or 1960s, can you imagine Dr. Simpkins if you gave him the racist option? So he gets up in the morning and you say, well, you're going to live in a racist world today, and you've got an option. We can burn down your house, or you can be called out of your cotton-picking mind. Or we can blow up your truck, or we can say you're out of your cotton-picking mind.
Come on, that's not even
Of course
close,
it is.
right.
You're making my point.
Yeah.
And to add, to bring it to an even greater level of absurdity, the play-by-play guy was complimenting, he's playing out of his cotton-picking mind. He was complimenting him on his $20+ million a year job.
Yeah. It just...
That the definition of what is racist has so radically changed. You look like you have a thought.
Well, it's just, I sort of get where these people are coming from. Sort of. We got the big stuff out of the way. We're no longer burning crosses in people's front yards, which is awesome. So now people are, instead of trying to get the guy fired, maybe you should say, maybe try to use a different phrase. But this idea that the guy should lose his job and his career, which he's had for how long, over some stupid colloquial
it's
term.
all or nothing now. It's
Yeah.
becoming all or nothing, and you know he has apologized and he said it was unintentional.
Well,
and
of course it was.
Yeah. I just...
Can you imagine being a 70 or 75-year-old black man in America, and with everything through the civil rights movement that Dr. Simpkins, to use him as an example again, saw and lived through?
He had to leave our city because of what was going on into his family.
And now a black man who makes $20 or $25 million a year is called out of his cotton-picking mind and the guy who called him that is being labeled as a racist, and they want him, and people want him fired. 18 past 7 o'clock, 101.7 FM, 710 Keel traffic and weather updates just a couple of seconds away, and Fletcher and sports next on Keel. Nineteen past 7 o'clock, 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. Traffic update. Ruben's here.
The intersection at Greenwood Road and Hearn Avenue is dealing with some slow-moving traffic right now. And we have some traffic delays on the 400 block of Kings Highway due to construction. If you have any accidents, hazards, or closures to report to us, give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast, turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72, clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51, sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
Twenty past 7 o'clock, Keel Sports.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. LSU freshman Daniel Cabrera socked a 3-run walk-off home run to complete a comeback from a 7-3 ninth-inning deficit against Tennessee Sunday. The 9-7 win completed a weekend sweep of the Vols and delivered head coach Paul Maneri his 1,400th career win. The Tigers are now just one game behind Arkansas in the SEC West. Mason Robinson had 3 hits and 3 RBI. Dalton Skelton belted a homer, and Logan Bailey scattered 7 hits and 3 runs over 7 innings to pick up the win for Louisiana Tech in the series finale with Charlotte. The win prevented a sweep by the visiting 49ers. Nathan Jones pitched a complete game for Northwestern State. In a 5-2 win over Southeastern, Jones wiggled out of a bases-loaded jam in the 9th inning to earn his second win of the season. 44-year-old Bartolo Colon carried a perfect game into the 8th inning in Houston last night, and the Rangers' Robinson Chirinos collected all 3 RBI in the Rangers' 3-1 win over the Astros in 10 innings. The Astros wasted Justin Verlander's masterpiece, 8 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, and 11 Ks. And in the NBA playoff Sundays, all of these were opening games of the series. Indiana blew out Cleveland on the road, 98-80. Boston survived overtime against Milwaukee, 113-107. Oklahoma City got big games from Paul George and Russell Westbrook to get past Utah, 116-108. And Houston needed all 44 of James Harden's points to get past Minnesota, 104-101. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
23 past 8 o'clock, 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty, all fuzzy dressed down there.
It's cold.
Looking like
What is with this temp in the 30s this morning?
Like you dressed for the Iditarod.
This is unbelievable. Isn't today the Boston Marathon?
Yes, it is.
Man.
Yes, today's the 5th anniversary of the bombing.
Yeah.
Or at least the 5th anniversary, not the day.
Right. I think it was yesterday. The Titanic was yesterday, too. I forgot to post a picture of you and I on the Titanic.
That's that old thing that somebody
That's
photoshopped.
the best picture. I know.
I think it's stupid.
It's the best Photoshop of all.
Yeah.
There was room on the door for Jack. I'm just saying.
You know, what did Matt say? He quoted the old Bill Burr joke, there's no feminists on the Titanic. You know, women and children first. And you notice they put women in front of children.
Yeah,
so
they did.
yesterday, was it Sunday morning early at 4 a.m.? Tell me about the shooting, where it was. Did I hear that right? Tell me I was wrong. 9 people?
6.
6. Okay, I knew it. I was upside down.
It was in front of a tattoo shop on Jewella. It was the Trendsetters Tattoo Parlor. An SUV pulls up early Sunday morning. First off, what are you doing at a tattoo parlor at 4 in the morning? Is that when people go get tattoos? Is it after they've been drinking or something?
I think most of them are closed way before that. I think there might be laws that say, I don't
prohibit
know.
it? I just don't know. Anyway, there was
Maybe
folks
they were
there.
just some friends getting together.
That could be.
For a pre-dawn church service.
Probably not.
But go ahead.
Probably not. Well, the SUV pulls up in front of the shop. Someone in the SUV then opens fire on a group of people. 6 people were wounded.
So they fired into the building. There were people inside the tattoo shop.
I guess inside. It may have been outside.
It was 35
It actually
degrees.
says in front of the tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
So they may have been outside it. Police are investigating. They do believe all of the wounded folks will make a full recovery, which is good news. But they're still searching for the suspects and a motive. What on earth are you doing firing upon a crowd of people in front of a tattoo place?
Please, don't be naive. What are you doing? Because
Well, it was a church service, you said.
Because it's a gang hit or a gang shooting.
Or drug-related, some sort of thing like
look,
that.
Here's the deal. What did Christian Hicks say when he was here last week? What did he say? And what has Chief Crump said? No matter what you think about Chief Crump, no matter what you think about anybody in a political position within the police department.
Most violent crimes, the two sides know each other.
Well, not only that most people know who the criminals are.
Mm-hmm. I was watching
And
Murder
yet-
Chose Me the other day, the Rod Demery show, and it was amazing to me to watch the detectives at work. And when a suspect's name came up, they all knew. I mean, they know who the people are in our community that are doing wrong. It's like, oh, I know him. I arrested him for this or that. Or, I mean, they know all these people.
Does that surprise you? Seem surprised by that. You seem surprised that there is.
And why don't we lock all those people up? Why are they out and about every other year?
That damn innocent until proven guilty thing.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Yeah, you can't penalize. You throw the book at them for what they did, and then they get out. They
Remember, and we just the Justice Reinvestment Act.
Mm-hmm.
So people are getting out early, or you can the degree of crime that sends you to jail has been lessened, or
Yes.
has been, you know what I mean.
Like the man who's accused in the murder of last week of Ronita Williams. He's got a long rap sheet. And when you look at all the crimes he's done time for, or he's accused of, you think, how is he not behind bars?
Because he probably did his time. In fact, there's no doubt he did his time.
You bet,
Now, he may have been
absolutely.
on probation. He may have been on some kind of...
He wasn't supposed to have a gun, that's for
I don't-
sure.
Well, now we're getting into why gun control is stupid, aren't we?
Yeah.
27 after... It probably wasn't illegal. By the way, I don't want to get too far off this. Did you see that speaking of gun control, in New York City, Mayor de Blasio, right, who is an
Your buddy.
avid gun control guy.
Mm-hmm.
One of his chief aides was caught with an illegal weapon, a handgun with the serial number filed off.
Ooh.
Remember, socialism's for the people, not for the socialists.
yeah.
28 past 7 o'clock, 101.7 FM, 710 Keel, Robert and Erin. Traffic and weather, and Erin has local news up next on Keel. 29 past 7 o'clock. Erin has local news up next. Right now, Ruben, traffic update on KEEL.
Keeping an eye right now on some slow-moving traffic on Uri Drive and Southfield Road. And we have some traffic delays on Benton Road, just north of I-220 in Bossier City. If you have any accidents, hazards, or closures to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast, turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72, clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51, sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
The power of information. KEEL News now.
6 people wounded in an early morning shooting. Matt Parker with that.
Shreveport police are investigating a shooting that took place in the wee hours of Sunday morning in front of Trend Center's tattoo parlor on Jewella Avenue. According to police, a dark-colored SUV pulled up in front of the shop, and someone inside opened fire on the group of people. 6 people were shot in the incident. At this time, it's believed that all will make a full recovery. The shooting remains under investigation. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
Prayers for the family of 2-year-old Carly Ortiz Osorio, the young child killed by the storms in Houghton Friday night. Her funeral scheduled for tomorrow at Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home. Meantime, Bossier crews will begin removing debris left behind by the storms today. Administrator Bill Altimus says anything brought to the road right away will be removed by parish crews. 2 people arrested, another on the run after attempting to run over a Caddo deputy. It happened at the Walmart on Northport Boulevard near Blanchard around 11 Saturday night. The trio was allegedly caught trying to shoplift from the superstore. The deputy tried to stop the crew, but during that encounter, the suspects drove toward the officer, allegedly in an attempt to run him over. Former FBI Director James Comey said in an interview on ABC that President Trump is morally unfit to be president and that it's possible the president is compromised by the Russians. Sitting with ABC anchor George Stephanopoulos, Comey elaborates that it is unlikely the Russians compromised the president, but
I think it's possible. I don't know. These are more words I never thought I'd utter about a president of the United States, but it's possible.
Again, the interview on ABC. The Holiday in Dixie treasure found Sunday after just 3 clues. Alexandria and Levin Boyce found the $1,500 treasure on the back of the Frog Level Monument. The pair's detective skills run in the family as their father found the treasure back in 1989. Nearly $1 million made in an auction for former actress and socialite. More from Leslie Lotto.
Costumes, memorabilia, and other items owned by the late Zsa Zsa Gabor selling for more than $900,000. That includes a portrait of the actress, which went for $45,000. A diamond and gold necklace with Gabor's catchphrase "darling" sold for $20,000. Hundreds of items selling, including Gabor's scripts, costumes, pictures of her with stars ranging from Johnny Carson, Cloris Leachman to Ronald and Nancy Reagan. Gabor died about a year and a half ago. She was 99 years old. Leslie Lotto, Fox News.
And George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum did not win the Big Craft Hockeyville honor. We won third, and that's $10,000. Clinton, New York is the big winner. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
.101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. It is 7:34. Let me find this.
Oh, boy.
Remember Erin McAvoy, who
Yeah, the laundry room guy.
the guy who played his washing machine, the Shreveport guy, whom we know, who works here, who played his washing machine on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Yes.
And he posted...
He's got a new one?
No. I just saw this on his Facebook page over the weekend. And it was evidently, and I hope, on one hand, I hope he doesn't collect these. On the other hand, I hope he does.
Oh, boy.
It's an old Weekly World News.
Oh, gosh.
Remember those from
oh, yeah.
the checkout line?
Three-headed baby. And
it was, oh, my God, Bat Boy.
Mm-hmm.
No, the three-headed babies.
There was like Turtle Boy.
It was
half turtle, half boy.
Awesome stuff. Well, here's the headline from the old Weekly World News that he put on his Facebook page.
Oh, my.
Amelia Earhart's plane lands with skeleton at the controls.
Oh, come on.
It's awesome, and there's a photo.
Oh, come on.
Which proves it to be true.
Oh, boy.
Then there's another one. Dwarf stuck in airplane toilet for 2 hours. Tragedy at 30,000 feet. I so miss the Weekly World News.
They still exist. They're just not in like grocery stores anymore for whatever
You got to get them
reason.
online or something?
Well, you have to subscribe through their website.
Oh.
But it was
maybe that's what I'll get you for your birthday.
It was some of the greatest comedy writing of all time.
Oh.
Come on. Amelia Earhart's plane lands. If you Google Bat Boy, I mean, the Bat Boy meets with Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
That was in the latter days of their glory days.
The one I remember most is like Bat Boy and Elvis team up to make peanut butter sandwiches for the homeless. It was great.
Bat Boy.
Oh,
gosh.
I think I can top that one. The greatest weekly, and you've heard me mention this before, the greatest Weekly World News headline of all time. You ready? Amazing four-armed man makes fortune as deodorant tester.
Oh, wow.
Wow. See?
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Hold on. I pulled out best Weekly World News covers, and I see Fat Cat owns 23 old ladies, and it's a bunch of old...
Oh, man. Golly. Oh, so bad. So bad. That's what I'm going to get you for your birthday. Because I'm not going to be able. I'm not going to be able to get the governor to sing to you again.
That's all right, really.
That's not going to happen.
We'll get over it.
I don't think that's going to happen.
If you can get Bat Boy to sing him Happy Birthday, that would be amazing.
Bat Boy and Elvis to sing Happy Birthday.
Oh, that would be good.
Because they are both still alive.
Oh, man.
737, it's 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. An update on the, we said this is just incredible. I mean, it's up to 43 now. Yesterday morning, it was just cold yesterday. It was like January yesterday.
And I had the AC on Friday.
Friday night, when I went to bed, the air conditioner was on. It was 75 and humid and raining. Sunday morning, it's like 38 or 40 degrees. Damage update from Houghton. Back-to-back weekends, a hailstorm and a tornado. What is going on?
If you don't mind a few bumps on your car, you can get deals today.
Were you legit? That was more than you said. It was more than some. Who told you that? It was more than 100,000 vehicles across the Arklatex, dealers included, cars that were damaged.
Unbelievable.
738, 101.7 FM, 710 Keel traffic and weather. Let's do traffic right now. You ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Traffic time. Ruben's ready on Keel.
Keeping an eye right now on some slow-moving traffic on Line Avenue near East 70th Street, and we have some traffic delays on Old Minden Road near Airline Drive in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast, turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72, clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51, sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
Matt's just the happiest guy in the world over there.
You got him hooked on these weekly world news stuff.
It's yeah. Go ahead.
Abraham Lincoln was a woman with a great Photoshop picture. There's just some great stuff.
What was it? Mexican illegals make their way onto U.S. Olympic team.
Sneak onto U.S. Olympic team.
The one that I remember, the other weekly world news headline I remember is the guy was about. It was the one about where the guy, to save funeral expense money, wanted to be buried up to his wrist and then put his American Express card in his hand.
Oh, gosh.
And they had that on the cover.
Jeez.
JFK cloned. Democrats plan to run him in 2020.
So, on back-to-back weekends, we have had a hailstorm, and I was right there. You know, I'm southeast Shreveport, so I was right there on the line. There have been, in my neighborhood, in a week, I have seen one, what's the term? Storm chaser roofing guy. It was a guy from the Alexandria area, and he was in a pickup truck, and it was yesterday afternoon about 1 o'clock, and he was kind of driving up and down the streets about at ice cream man speed, just kind of looking. I don't know even what he was looking for. The point I'm making is how fortunate were my neighbors.
Oh, no kidding.
That there's, I haven't even seen anybody with an adjuster or a repairman up on the roof even looking around. And we had a little hail. Mm-hmm. But now my brother, who lives about 2 miles away, maybe less, he
got dusted.
Yes. I mean, it looks like a mortar attack. His car looks like a golf ball.
God.
I told you the story about Susie's, my sister-in-law. Mm-hmm. Her daughter rented. They gave her a free upgrade on a car rental. Want a free upgrade? You're due. Yeah, what do you got? How's about an $80,000 Jaguar that you drive into a hailstorm?
And total.
And yes, it was totaled and is on her insurance. So she's got to pay. So it's like $1,000. Here's $1,000 for a car rental that you gave me an upgrade for free.
And you know, when you make those claims on your insurance, guess what happens to your insurance?
Actually, not to correct you, but I will anyway. No, on act of God, that doesn't happen.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
We had this last week.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, we had this last week, and it was on Facebook, and somebody had. This may have been in my brother's neighborhood or another of those neighborhoods, even going up like a Uri Drive that just got beat up pretty bad.
Bad.
And a sign on the door that says, "No soliciting. Please read."
Yeah.
Because I guess what did Hal tell me? There were 3 or 4 in the first 48 hours. Mm-hmm. Just unsolicited knocks at the door.
Oh, yeah.
Want me to climb up on your roof? Will you sign the contract now? Mm-hmm. No doubt you've got insurance. If you get a local guy, it's going to be 2 years.
Right.
No soliciting. Please read. Sign on the door. Do not ring this bell or knock. If you would like to leave your roofing flyer or card in the lottery bucket, please do so. A drawing will be held on May 10th, and the winning contractor will be contacted. You need not be present to win.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyone who rings the doorbell or knocks will be immediately disqualified from this drawing. And remember, you are on video. Then there's the big red bucket on the porch, and it says, Roofing Lotto Bucket. Put your flyer here. Drawing to be held May 10th. Need not be present to win. Remember, if you ring the doorbell or knock, you will be disqualified from the drawing. You are on video.
Oh, my gosh. I love that.
Okay.
By the way, I did speak to several reputable roofing companies, and they say there are a few that are going door to door, but the vast majority of the local companies that have been in business for years are not going door to door. They got more business than they can stand.
You know, I don't want to say this is like the car business, but honestly, you probably know a guy who knows a guy.
Sure.
And because that is just something where that kind of work is always being done. Mm-hmm. And if you ask a friend or a neighbor, everybody's going to know somebody who will get, and lots of local businesses that will do an excellent and reputable job.
By the way, I went down to check out the dog park yesterday because I was thinking it's a beautiful Sunday. I'll take the T-Man down there for a little romp. Well, I didn't bring him the first go-round because I thought, let me make sure it's open. So I drove down there.
Pardon me.
It's still closed.
I drove by there the other day.
It's still closed.
It looks, I don't mean this like it looks horrible.
The sand and soot and mud is gone from the dog park, but they're still working on the boat launch area. So they have that complete section closed. They have the gate down.
I would assume it's going to take a while, not only to clean things up, but to probably refill the pond, as most of that probably got washed out.
Yes.
To get all the sand and muck and everything else, and for the grass to grow back.
Yeah, but if you want to see the pictures from yesterday at the dog park, it's online now at KEELnews.com.
Okay, so last weekend we had hail, and this weekend we had, what was it, an EF1 tornado, which is winds in the 120 now. Now, in the scheme of things, that's a low-grade, low-power tornado.
Yeah, it's 85 to 120, I think, are the wind
110.
speeds.
But not if you were in its path. Run that by me, because evidently it touched down in Shreveport.
It touched down near the Veterans Park in Shreveport.
Like the Frisbee Park.
Yeah, the Frisbee Golf Park, and then went over and touched down near the Boomtown area, and then a Houghton area got hit hard. Country Place, Red Chute, where we know there was a 2-year-old killed in an RV there, and it's such a tragic story. And Bossier Parish crews are going out today to pick up any debris. Just put it out in the median or in the right of way, and they'll be picking all that debris up today. It's a mess. There's lots of trees down, a lot of damage.
Now, I had seen a couple of reports, and maybe, Matt, you can help us out, too, because you're out there. Well, what was Benton like?
The storm was bad, but it wasn't anything terrible. There wasn't any trees knocked over or anything that I saw.
Got to remind you, Caddo Heights Elementary closed today because they have no power at the local school today.
My phone went off, the tornado warning alarm, but I kind of half-grogged my way through that.
Why is mine, Matt, not going off during the weather alerts? Mine is not getting me the weather alerts.
Why are you asking him?
Yeah.
Because he knows this digital
I
stuff
don't know
way better. What do you want me to ask you?
I don't know what you did to your phone.
I can tell you why, because you had 2 margaritas and slept through it.
No, that's not what happened. It was 3, but...
So, I had read a couple of reports that made the point that this EF1 tornado from I guess early Sunday morning, or Saturday morning rather, was on the ground a long, long time.
That's what it looks like. It looks like it stayed down, and it was about a mile wide, if the reports are accurate. But it was going back up and down, up and down. So, it could have gone. When you picture where it went across the river, had it been moved, a mile or 2 the other way, it could have done way worse damage than it did.
Solace for people in Bossier Parish this morning.
Oh, you're right. Absolutely.
747, it's 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. As mentioned, a huge weekend for hockey in Shreveport and Bossier.
Burn your Kraft mac and cheese, though.
We'll talk about that just a little bit more detail just past 8 o'clock. The Kraft Hockeyville promotion that we had talked about with such and participated in, bluntly put, with such fervor, has come and gone. Just to give you a quick update, we finished 3rd.
Yeah.
But I'll give you guys more details just after 8 o'clock.
And the KEEL cash code coming up just after 8 o'clock, where you got a shot at $5,000.
$5,000 pre-tax dollars. Just thought I'd mention that. 748, 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Traffic and weather coming up next, and your money now on KEEL.
Up and bulking up, bringing you breaking news and trending talk. Now at 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. KeelNews.com. KeelNews.com.
A major multi-vehicle accident on I-20 westbound near Spring and Market has things backed up past Benton Road right now. And we have some traffic delays on East Texas Street near Traffic Street in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51. Sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
Right now, good heavens, 46 degrees. 1017 FM, 710 Keel, 750, and your money now. $752, 1017 FM, 710 Keel Sports.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. LSU freshman Daniel Cabrera socked a 3-run walk-off home run to complete a comeback from a 7-3 ninth-inning deficit against Tennessee Sunday. The 9-7 win completed a weekend sweep of the Vols and delivered head coach Paul Mainieri his 1,400th career win. The Tigers are now just one game behind Arkansas in the SEC West. Mason Robinson had 3 hits and 3 RBI. Dalton Skelton belted a homer, and Logan Bailey scattered 7 hits and 3 runs over 7 innings to pick up the win for Louisiana Tech in the series finale with Charlotte. The win prevented a sweep by the visiting 49ers. Nathan Jones pitched a complete game for Northwestern State. In a 5-2 win over Southeastern, Jones wiggled out of a bases-loaded jam in the 9th inning to earn his second win of the season. 44-year-old Bartolo Colon carried a perfect game into the 8th inning in Houston last night, and the Rangers' Robinson Chirinos collected all 3 RBI in the Rangers' 3-1 win over the Astros in 10 innings. The Astros wasted Justin Verlander's masterpiece, 8 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, and 11 Ks. And in the NBA playoff Sundays, all of these were opening games of the series. Indiana blew out Cleveland on the road, 98-80. Boston survived overtime against Milwaukee, 113-107. Oklahoma City got big games from Paul George and Russell Westbrook to get past Utah, 116-108. And Houston needed all 44 of James Harden's points to get past Minnesota, 104-101. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
That's the kind of optimistic segment opening phrase you like to hear. 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty, 755. I don't know if your mic was on. Your mic was not on yet.
No, it
when you
was
said
not
that.
on, no.
So mine was on, yours was off. I'm getting ready to start. 101.7 FM, 710.
Oh, your mic was on?
Yes, it was.
Oh, my bad.
So I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, where she said, I think we have a guest this morning. If we do, I don't know who it is or what time.
It's been 2 days, 3 days. And for some reason, I didn't write stuff down for this week yet. I just shirking my duties,
Every year for the last 4 or 5, maybe 6 years, there's been a Shreveport Chamber Leadership Conference.
Mm-hmm.
That I think this is, I think it's the first week of June. I'm not 100% sure I've got the email. The point being that they come in and I give them a tour, and it's sort of their media, sort of communications folks.
Sure.
And I walk them through and I show them around and they ask questions, and we do sort of about an hour or hour and a half. The point being that they usually set this up about maybe minimum 90 days ahead of time.
Right.
And this is like we were talking earlier in the morning when you have somebody like in this case now, because he's risen to that level, Senator Kennedy. There's the first confirmation, then there's the second confirmation.
Right.
When we had VP Pence on, it was like 1, 2, it was like 4 confirmations. Okay. That's sort of how it is for this chamber leadership conference. They want to be prepared. For us, it's not quite the same way.
No, it's not.
Because the person on the morning show team who usually books guests just said, quote, I think there may be someone on this morning, but I don't know who it is or what time.
So if you think you're a guest this morning, just call. I may not know about it.
Text the text line.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of damn room. 7:57, here's Hannity on Keel.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
All right, so James Comey has been hailed by leftists, the mainstream media, as an intellectually honest man of integrity. So how does that explain his interview with George Stephanopoulos, where he says he didn't think it was important to inform the president that unverified Steele dossier with salacious information was actually funded by Hillary Clinton? And when asked whether or not the president had a right to know who funded the dossier, his answer is, well, that it had been financed by his political opponents. I don't have to answer to that. It wasn't necessary for my goal, which was to alert him that we had the information. Oh, jeez. Maybe if he said it, he would have been laughed out of the president's office. Anyway, either Comey's incredibly dumb or he intentionally didn't inform the president that the dossier was part of a political stunt to undermine and destroy the administration. Or maybe he just wanted the president to like him.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Hi, can I help you? Yes, I have a snoring problem. Can you describe it for me, please? Well, it's about 5'11" with curly hair and a mustache. Oh, I see.
Mute is the latest in snoring technology from Australia that may be the solution to your 5'11" snoring problem, letting you finally get a good night's sleep. Snoring is not normal and happens when we breathe through our mouth instead of our nose. Mute is a comfortable nasal dilator that sits inside the nose and supports the airway, allowing snorers to breathe more easily through their nose and keep their mouth closed during sleep. Trials show that 75% of couples are able to enjoy a good night's sleep together when their partner uses Mute. Mute is effective, easy to use, and may just be your answer to a good night's sleep. Mute is available at Walgreens, GNC, and your local drugstore. Find your nearest store at mutesnoring.com. Mute. Breathe more, snore less, sleep better.
Still keeping a close eye on that major multi-car accident on I-20 westbound. Starting at Spring and Market, it's backed up past Airline Drive right now. And we have another major accident on Burtcoon's Industrial Loop near Newcastle Boulevard. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Right now it is, 45 degrees, 101.7 FM, 710 Keel, 8 o'clock, and Fox News.
Breaking news and trending talk. This is 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. KEEL, Shreveport.
Good morning. It's 8:03. Robert and Erin, 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. The KEEL app is a free download from Office Furniture Source. Down there, Erin has local news up next.
The cleanup from the storms continues, and prayers for a local family who lost their 2-year-old. We'll talk about that. A wild shootout in front of a local tattoo parlor leaves 6 people wounded in Shreveport.
A great weekend for Mudbugs hockey. No, we didn't win, but we are playing with house money, and
burn that mac and cheese.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, the house money, not necessarily the mac and cheese. And we will prove once again that socialism's for the people and not for the socialists. I know you're stunned. Fletcher, sports, traffic, and weather all coming up this hour, and it's on KEEL.
FM and 710 KEEL. Your KEEL cash code word is
invest. As in, I'm going to invest in, well, you get the idea. I was trying to think of some stock that went down the toilet. Erin has all that list. Invest. It's your chance at $5,000 KEEL cash. Find out if you're a winner online at KEELnews.com.
The power of information. KEEL News now.
A 2-year-old killed in the storms will be laid to rest tomorrow. Matt Parker has details.
The funeral service for Carly Ortiz Osorio will be held tomorrow at Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home. The 2-year-old girl was killed by a tornado Friday night in Houghton. 2 GoFundMe accounts were opened to help the family pay for funeral costs and find a new place to live. So far, the online effort has raised well over $10,000, and Hillcrest has offered to cover the cost of the service. From 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
Meantime, Bossier crews will begin removing debris left behind by the storms today. Parish Administrator Bill Altimus says anything brought to the road right away will be removed by parish crews. Workers were out all weekend removing debris from parish roadways to prevent road shutdowns. Shreveport police investigating a shooting that happened in the wee hours of Sunday morning in front of Trendsetter's Tattoo Parlor on Jewella Avenue. According to police, a dark-colored SUV pulled up in front of the shop, and someone inside the vehicle opened fire on a group of people. 6 people were wounded in the incident. This time, it's believed that all will make a full recovery. The shooting remains under investigation. Tax day is tomorrow, and a survey from Offers.com finds most Louisiana residents wait until the very last day to file. Some 53% wait until the day before or the final day. Offers.com's Carson Yarborough says most people don't want to pay their taxes, and some say they would go to extreme measures to avoid doing so.
Nearly 22% of you said that you would rather give up internet and social media for a whole year rather than pay your taxes this year. 16% said they'd even shave their head to get out of paying taxes.
Now, tax day is tomorrow because today is Emancipation Day in Washington, D.C. 2 people arrested, another on the run after attempting to run over a Caddo deputy. It happened at the Walmart on Northport Boulevard about 11 o'clock Saturday night. The trio was allegedly caught trying to shoplift from the store. A Caddo deputy tried to stop the crew. During the encounter, the suspects drove toward the officers, allegedly in an attempt to run over the deputy. The House Appropriations Committee set to okay a budget that will contain $648 million in cuts. Now, when the budget process started, lawmakers had nearly $1 billion deficit, but an increase in tax collections has led to a much smaller fiscal cliff. Appropriations Chairman Cameron Henry says his committee wants to use that newly recognized revenue for TOPS.
We have students right now trying to determine which school they're going to go to, and I think letting them know that, at least for the first step in the budget process, that members are understand the importance of TOPS.
U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley has indicated new economic sanctions will be announced today against Russia for enabling the government of Syrian leader Bashar Assad in its use of chemical weapons. The 19th-ranked LSU Tigers scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 9th for a stunning 9-7 walk-off victory over the Tennessee Volunteers. Daniel Cabrera set off a wild celebration at home plate with a 3-run bomb into the right field bleachers.
Right when I hit it, I knew it was gone. It was just that's a memory I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
LSU trailed 7-3 heading into the ninth inning. And the Holiday in Dixie treasure found Sunday after just 3 clues. Alexandria and Levin Boyce found the $1,500 treasure on the back of the Frog Level Monument in Rodessa on Highway 1. The pair's detective skills run in the family as their father found the treasure back in 1989. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
.com. 9 past 8 o'clock, 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL traffic time. Here's Ruben.
Still keeping a close eye on that major multi-car accident on I-20 westbound. Starting at Spring and Market, it's backed up past Airline Drive right now. And we have another major accident on Burtcoon's Industrial Loop near Newcastle Boulevard. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast, turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72, clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51, sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
.101.7 FM and 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. It's 11 past 8 o'clock.
Did you mess your own name up? Robert J. Wright?
Robert J. Wright. Yeah. I stayed up late last night. I mean, not like
what
real
were you
late.
doing?
Nothing. Reading. You know, it's like you start one thing and they go, oh, that looks interesting. Oh, this looks interesting.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, it's, quarter past 11.
You know what I started watching last night? And if you're a Shreveport police officer, you'll appreciate this. I started watching this series called Flint Town, about Flint, Michigan. It's on Netflix. That town has gone from 300 police officers over the past 20 years, I guess, to now 98. They have 98 police officers in the town of Flint. When a police officer rolls at night in Flint, they're saying they have 50 calls in the queue to get to. 50 calls to get to when you first roll out of the station. I thought, just disband your police department and have state police come in. You're not. They got to a robbery call
3 days
27 hours later.
Seriously.
Where a guy had been robbed and hit and had to be hospitalized.
And why has... You may have stumbled onto something that is for our area, more specifically our town, prophetic.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to me why in Flint, Michigan, they've gone from a fully funded, fully equipped police force of more than 300 to less than 100.
That's why I watched it. because General Motors essentially is gone from Flint. And the moment General Motors left, the town started a massive decline. And it's continued all these years. And Flint is now one of the highest crime communities in the nation.
Well, hell yeah, there's no police. If I'm a criminal,
Exactly.
I'm moving to Flint.
98 cops to patrol Flint, Michigan. I thought, and that's, 3 shifts or however many shifts they do it in. The chief said, some days on a given day, we have 6 units on the street. 6 police units on the street. Could we become Flint? I pray not.
What did Patrick Williams say?
Yeah, he said we're in danger of becoming Detroit.
And he was laughed at. I'm not going to say laughed at by the other mayoral candidates almost 4 years ago, but that was like our opening question. That was the opening salvo. He was the first candidate. Mr. Patrick was the first candidate we had on of all the mayoral candidates 4 years ago. And he said Shreveport is on the precipice of becoming the next Detroit.
We need jobs. We have got, whoever our mayoral candidates are this fall, that needs to be at the, crime is obviously important, but crime goes down when people have jobs.
Okay, so let me
when
ask
people
you.
have money.
So if we need jobs, what is the procedure? What is the process for getting? Is it you get companies to move here? Is it that you hope that entrepreneurs in Shreveport will open new businesses? What exactly?
You want the Erin McCarty as mayor's pitch?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here. If Erin McCarty is mayor of Shreveport, Matt just crossed himself. God bless us all.
I know, and he's Jewish.
No intention of running for mayor, not interested. FYI. But if I'm in charge of this city, I go find the best and brightest mind for economic development I can find in the country. And then I go to the Chamber of Commerce. I go to the Northwest Louisiana Economic Partnership. I go to these outside agencies and say, I want you to fund this team so it's not city money. I want private money to fund my economic development team. This is going to be a crackerjack team.
So basically,
and these folks are going to hit the road, and they're going to go to all the companies that are looking to expand. And we're going to beat their doors down every day we can about how great we are. And this team wouldn't even be in town at all. They'd be on the road recruiting companies. That's all they would do. And I'd pay them based on how many jobs they bring in.
That was going to be my...
You're going to get paid not just for clocking in and clocking out.
You're like on commission.
You're going to get a bonus check at the end of the year based on how many jobs you bring in. That would be a top priority for me.
So walk me through this again. Who's going to pay for all this?
This is going to be privately funded. I'm going to get the local business community together. I'm going to try to get some grant money.
Pardon me.
And I'm going after jobs.
I got a basic question.
No holes barred.
So basically, if you are a company, an industry, if you will, working here in Shreveport, you want me to pay to bring in my competition?
Absolutely. Because having jobs here helps everybody. Having jobs here, having people that can afford your products helps. Do you think our economy on a decline is helping your business today? No. Having people work helps everybody's business. And that's what we need to get to. We need to get all a business together and say, we're going to help bring in jobs. Yes, it might bring in a new doodad manufacturer, and I manufacture doodads. But you know, the more doodad workers we have, the more doodads everybody sells. And that's where our heads need to be. Not on just me, protect me, my business. Let's make the city as a whole bigger. Let's grow everything. Then everybody grows and everybody benefits. And we have more money for our schools and for our police department, etc. I mean, that's where we have to be focused. We absolutely have to focus on jobs. I'm getting frustrated because when I watch this stuff about Flint, I think, man, that could be us in 10 years. How would we like to have a police department with 98 officers and 50 calls for every officer to get to when they clock in every day?
Or if your store or business is robbed, they show up 27 hours later.
Yes, and you're just getting out of the hospital because you got your head bashed in.
Are you sure you're not running for some? Are you 100% sure?
I'm not running for a damn thing. I love this city. I want to help motivate people that are going to run for office to do what we have to do.
18 past 8 o'clock.
I'm sorry, I'm spewing.
I can feel it down here. Get me goggles. Exchanging body fluids from 15 feet. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. It's 18 past 8 o'clock. Traffic and weather updates coming up next. Nineteen past 8 o'clock, 101.7 FM and 710 Keel traffic time. Reuben time on Keel.
Still keeping an eye on a major accident on Burtcoon's Industrial Loop near Newcastle Boulevard. And we have that major accident on I-20 westbound. Starting at Spring and Market, it's backed up past Airline Drive right now. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast, turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72, clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51, sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
Twenty past 8 o'clock, Fletcher time, Keel Sports.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. LSU freshman Daniel Cabrera socked a 3-run walk-off home run to complete a comeback from a 7-3 ninth-inning deficit against Tennessee Sunday. The 9-7 win completed a weekend sweep of the Vols and delivered head coach Paul Mainieri his 1,400th career win. The Tigers are now just one game behind Arkansas in the SEC West. Mason Robinson had 3 hits and 3 RBI. Dalton Skelton belted a homer, and Logan Bailey scattered 7 hits and 3 runs over 7 innings to pick up the win for Louisiana Tech in the series finale with Charlotte. The win prevented a sweep by the visiting 49ers. Nathan Jones pitched a complete game for Northwestern State. In a 5-2 win over Southeastern, Jones wiggled out of a bases-loaded jam in the 9th inning to earn his second win of the season. 44-year-old Bartolo Colon carried a perfect game into the 8th inning in Houston last night, and the Rangers' Robinson Chirinos collected all 3 RBI in the Rangers' 3-1 win over the Astros in 10 innings. The Astros wasted Justin Verlander's masterpiece, 8 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, and 11 Ks. And in the NBA playoff Sundays, all of these were opening games of the series. Indiana blew out Cleveland on the road, 98-80. Boston survived overtime against Milwaukee, 113-107. Oklahoma City got big games from Paul George and Russell Westbrook to get past Utah, 116-108. And Houston needed all 44 of James Harden's points to get past Minnesota, 104-101. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger, this is Tim Fletcher.
1017 FM and 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty, 23 past 8 o'clock. The Keel Shreveport Security Systems text line is 318-392-1884. Here we go. De Blasio aid. Now, Bill de Blasio is mayor of New York, and I saw this weekend, and I always say that it's sort of a bromide. Socialism's for the people, not for the socialists.
Yeah.
I.e., you're a socialist. Well, but the people in charge, they shouldn't have to live like the little people. It's what I always say about immigration. Common sense immigration reform. Anybody should get to come here anytime for any reason, stay as long as they want, and while they're here, they should be allowed to take advantage of our educational, health care, and entitlement programs. Except the Democrats still want to live behind walls. De Blasio aide busted with gun in car. What did I talk about in the 6 o'clock hour about the templates, the C.S. Lewis line about question the assumptions in a question? And I brought this up a couple of weeks ago when it was the anti-gun march, when it was after the Broward County shootings, and one of the templates that one of the ways the mainstream media phrased it was, if you're not on their side, then you have blood on your hands. If you're not for the confiscation of weapons, if you're pro-Second Amendment, then you are as responsible for those shootings in Florida as the shooter, Nicholas Cruz himself. And I said, well, I just don't accept that template, that if I, as an NRA member, believe that the Second Amendment means what it says.
Is blood on your hands, too?
That's the template I don't accept.
That template's crazy.
Reagan Stevens, a deputy director in Mayor Bill de Blasio's Office of Criminal Justice, and 2 young men were arrested for illegal weapons possession while sitting in a double-parked car, etc., etc., etc.
Oopsie daisy.
A loaded 9mm semi-automatic pistol with its serial number defaced.
Wow.
Meaning filed off, meaning an illegal weapon.
Yes.
So New York City, one of the cities with the strongest, just like Chicago, what do they have a lot of there? Shootings.
Yes.
I hadn't planned on this as this was coming together in my head. I hadn't planned on going in this direction, but this is something I've thought about a couple of times, and I want to know what you think about it. It's interesting to me that no national black leaders, the Black Congressional Caucus, that Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton or any of the other nationally known black leaders have not called these major gun control groups, as we have seen marching in massive numbers over the last month or 6 weeks.
Oh, sure.
It's interesting, intriguing, and fascinating to me that none of the black leaders across America have stood up and said, what was the kid's name? David Hogg and some of the others, and said, these are racist organizations, that you people are absolutely, blatantly, overtly racist, and we're not going to stand for it. Wait a second, Robert. What are you talking about? They're calling.
Oh, what, you mean the NRA racist?
No, the people marching against the NRA, the people who are saying that the NRA has blood on their hands.
Okay.
The people who stood up at that CNN town hall and said, Marco Rubio, it's though, like it was the David Hogg kid who stood up and looked at Marco Rubio, United States Senator, and said, it's as though I am eye to eye with the shooter.
Oh, goodness.
All those hundreds of thousands, perhaps exaggerated a bit, who were in marches all over the country. I'm stunned that no black leaders nationwide have stood up and called them racist.
Why would they do that, Robert? Come on.
Because 19 white kids in Florida die at the hands of a crazed murderer. And people across the country are calling for the confiscation of weapons and gun control and the abolishment and the repeal of the Second Amendment. I dare say that many black young men and women across the country are wounded, are dying every weekend in major cities. And what call for are the leftists who are calling for gun control after the Florida shootings, why don't they exhibit the same outrage when black kids are dying every weekend? Because they don't give a damn. Because it's not about who lives and who dies. It's about the politics.
Political leverage.
The leftist politics of gun confiscation and the repeal of the Second Amendment. All of those people, those tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, the ones who marched here. I don't see you guys marching every weekend. I don't see any marches this weekend when, 6 black guys are shot this weekend in Shreveport?
Sure.
How many marches are you going to see today for gun control? By the white people who are feeling terrible, and justifiably so, about white children dying in Florida. Where's the outrage about black young men dying in America every week? Because it's not really about
Well,
that.
if gun control passed, you're still going to have black kids dying in the big cities because those guns are all going to be illegal.
You're still going to have people dying everywhere because bad guys will get guns. All I'm saying is...
Bad guys will get guns.
If
You're right.
these leftists, if these anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment organizations were as pure of motive as they claim to be, wouldn't they be just as concerned every Monday morning? Wouldn't they be marching? Shouldn't they be marching every Monday morning in America, outraged that young black men are dying across the country? Just the way they march when white kids die? Because they don't give a damn. 29 past 8 o'clock, 1017 FM, 710 KEEL. Erin has local news up next. Right now, traffic and weather updates. Here's Ruben on KEEL.
Still keeping a close eye on that heavy backed up traffic on I-20 westbound due to a major multi-car accident near Spring Street. It's backed up past Swan Lake Spur right now. And we have another major accident on I-20 eastbound near Fairfield Avenue. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast. Sunny and turning warmer with a high of 72 today. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy, low 51. High 83 with sun for tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire.
The power of information. KEEL News now.
6 people wounded in an early morning shooting. Matt Parker with that.
Shreveport police are investigating a shooting that took place in the wee hours of Sunday morning in front of Trend Center's tattoo parlor on Joella Avenue. According to police, a dark-colored SUV pulled up in front of the shop and someone inside opened fire on the group of people. 6 people were shot in the incident. At this time, it's believed that all will make a full recovery. The shooting remains under investigation. From 1017 FM and 710 KEEL, I'm Matt Parker.
Prayers for the family of 2-year-old Carly Ortiz Osorio, the young child killed by the storms in Houghton Friday night. Her funeral scheduled for tomorrow at Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home. Meantime, Bossier crews will begin removing debris left behind by the storms today. Administrator Bill Altimus says anything brought to the road right away will be removed by parish crews. 2 people arrested, another on the run after attempting to run over a Caddo deputy. It happened at the Walmart on Northport Boulevard near Blanchard around 11 Saturday night. The trio was allegedly caught trying to shoplift from the superstore. The deputy tried to stop the crew, but during that encounter, the suspects drove toward the officer, allegedly in an attempt to run him over. Former FBI Director James Comey said in an interview on ABC that President Trump is morally unfit to be president and that it's possible the president is compromised by the Russians. Sitting with ABC anchor George Stephanopoulos, Comey elaborates that it is unlikely the Russians compromised the president, but
I think it's possible. I don't know. These are more words I never thought I'd utter about a president of the United States, but it's possible.
Again, the interview on ABC. The Holiday in Dixie treasure found Sunday after just 3 clues. Alexandria and Levin Boyce found the $1,500 treasure on the back of the Frog Level Monument. The pair's detective skills run in the family as their father found the treasure back in 1989. Nearly $1 million made in an auction for former actress and socialite. More from Leslie Lotto.
Costumes, memorabilia, and other items owned by the late Zsa Zsa Gabor selling for more than $900,000. That includes a portrait of the actress, which went for $45,000. A diamond and gold necklace with Gabor's catchphrase "Darling" sold for $20,000. Hundreds of items selling, including Gabor's scripts, costumes, pictures of her with stars ranging from Johnny Carson, Cloris Leachman to Ronald and Nancy Reagan. Gabor died about a year and a half ago. She was 99 years old. Leslie Lotto, Fox News.
And George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum did not win the Big Craft Hockeyville honor. We won third, and that's $10,000. Clinton, New York is the big winner. I'm Erin McCarty on 101.7 FM and 710 KEEL.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
101.7 FM, 710 KEEL, Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. It's 8:36. Since we are constantly streaming video on the KEEL Facebook page,
yes,
would you point the camera at Erin's chair?
Oh,
wait,
it is.
Now she's back. The chair was, until moments ago, empty.
Look.
Hold on, you have to turn your mic on, kid.
Yeah, I was working.
First day. There's a new sponsor to the show, and we want to welcome LockSafe. And I mention that because Erin, because they've got this awesome line of safes and a lot of awesome stuff that she'll tell you guys more about in a second. But here's the deal. She's getting a LockSafe. Is it LOKSAFE?
Mm-hmm.
You know where they are? You know where they're located?
Yes, they're on Grimmett Drive, locksafe.com. They have gun safes.
Okay, hold on just a second.
They have...
Stop.
Oh, man, all cool stuff.
Settle down, bucko. I just want to give you a warning here. Because I know, are they delivering your safe today?
No, next week sometime.
Okay. Erin.
You're not going to believe this is so cool.
Just hold on. Just stop. Just shh. Trust me. I've been working with you for 21 years.
Yeah.
I have your best interests at heart.
You're scaring me now.
And you should be scared about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are going to deliver to Erin's home. Now, they're going to downstairs, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because this safe that Erin is getting, and trust me, because now that, bluntly put, both your parents are gone, you've got a lot of family stuff, a lot of really valuable things.
Heirlooms. They're not meaningful to anybody else, but
that
to me
are
they
important to you.
Mm-hmm.
Photos, your mom's jewelry. I know there's a lot of things that you really, really want to protect.
My dad's bronze star.
Oh, my gosh,
It's
yes.
going in the safe.
And all his military records.
Oh, yeah.
So in case of, God forbid, something like a fire, they would be, not only would they would be in perfect condition.
Absolutely.
So they're delivering next week to Erin's house.
That's so cool.
A 500-pound
manly safe.
Now, understand, this is not going to be a very big safe. That's give you an insight, sort of behind the curtain, about how safe these things are, how secure they are.
Mm-hmm. It's about the size of a 2-drawer file cabinet. A little bit bigger than that.
500 pounds. So she's debating whether where to put this. And I don't know if you want to put it in the bedroom. I don't know if you want to put it in like your den.
Mm-hmm.
You've been thinking a little bit about you. She said a while ago, and this is where I'm getting scared. She says, I can take this brand new state-of-the-art lock safe and put it in my big the master bedroom closet.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever, trust me on this, wherever the chances are least that you will stub your toe or crack your knee.
Oh, yeah.
Because
that's where it's got to go.
You do a lot of walking in the dark.
Yeah.
I think it's sleepwalking.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the exact details.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. All I'm saying is you've got 9.5 toes. You don't need 8.5 from busting a toe on this 500-pound state-of-the-art safe.
If you're looking for a safe for your guns, maybe your valuables, locksafe.com. Give them a call.
They have padded ones?
They have padded ones. They have light-up ones.
You're serious.
They have ones in there. You could put your children in there. If they're acting up, lock them up if you want.
They got the ones with the air holes.
They probably don't endorse that, but
Lock safe, yeah, well, I would be willing to bet that your safe is now in jeopardy.
give them a call today, 222-8864, or check them out online at locksafe.com.
Pad your toes. Traffic and weather updates right now. Here's Ruben.
Still keeping an eye on that major multi-car accident on I-20 westbound near Spring and Market. It has traffic backed up past Swan Lake Spur right now. And we have some traffic delays on East Texas Street near Traffic Street in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline, 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast, turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72, clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51, sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
.842, it's 101.7 FM, 710 KEEL. Robert and Erin. KEEL app's a free download from Office Furniture Source.
Did you pay your taxes yet? Did you do
Mine's
you do
been
all
taken-
that?
Yeah. Well,
Why do you do it early if you owe them money?
I've said this before. When I say, my friends who know me well know that when I say I am going to do something, what it means is I am going to pay someone to do it for me, as in
hang a picture on the wall, let's hire somebody.
As in, I'm going to wash the car today.
Yeah.
They know it's not me.
Right.
So I'm going to do my taxes. No, I'm going to Gail Agee. So, I mean, she's done mine forever. No. And mine came out about even, which is what I hope for.
Okay. Well, why not wait till today if it comes out even? Why not,
To get it out of the way, it's not too big a deal.
Okay. I just don't understand
I mean,
people why they rush to owe.
Mine was perfect this year.
Mine was pretty close to perfect, too.
I owed a couple $100, which is exactly what I want.
I'm the same way. I owed a couple $100, and actually I have not paid. I will pay today. I file, and then I pay on the 15th.
So I do monthly bills. CraftHockeyville.com. The Mudbugs, that was the big deal we talked about last week. They had a shot at $150,000 in building renovation at George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum from Kraft Foods. And the final voting came in, and we finished 3rd out of 4. So the the building, the arena, gets $10,000 for renovation.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with house money, nothing wrong with that. And the way the final voting broke down, bluntly put, it 1, 2, 3, and 4 were sort of keeping in line with the size of the municipalities involved.
Right.
Clinton, Michigan won. You think, where the hell is Clinton?
Not Clinton, Michigan. Clinton, New York.
Clinton, New York. I'm sorry. Clinton, New York. And just what did somebody say? One more reason to hate the Clintons.
Yeah.
No, that's Chappaqua. But the point being that, like, they have within an hour's drive of that arena, there's like 2.5 or 3 million people.
Mm-hmm.
We don't quite have that within an hour's drive of the state fairgrounds. But we got $10,000, and it's house money. And thanks to everybody that spent so much time voting, and it was pretty awesome. And Erin's decided she's never eating macaroni and cheese.
Nope.
I have mentioned to you. By the way, they won 2 games this weekend. The Mudbugs did.
That's great news. So it's a best of 5?
Yes. Averaged almost 2,900 people for the 2 games.
Woo!
The game on Saturday night was probably, in the 2 years that the Mudbugs have been back in this incarnation as the NAHL team, probably the loudest, the most intense game, the most intense crowd. It was an incredible game. Mudbugs won 3-2. The referees waved off. Mudbugs, it's 2-2.
Oh.
The Mudbugs score with about, 3 or 3.5 minutes left?
Yeah, it was pretty close to the end.
The place goes berserk. You've got like 33 or 3,400 people in there. The place blows up.
They waved it off?
No.
Oh.
With about 2 minutes to go, Corpus Christi pulls their goalie so that they will have the equivalent in the offensive end, the equivalent of a power play.
Sure.
It'll be 6-on-5. And Corpus Christi scores with 1.7 seconds left. And the referee waved it off.
Oh, no. Do they review?
Yeah. That's it, after the review, exactly.
After the review, it got waved off.
Said it didn't cross the goal line.
Oh, my. I bet their fans are going nuts.
The few that were there, they were easily drowned out by ours.
Oh, man.
Now, I told you all that to tell you this. As everybody knows, I do the PA at the Mudbugs games.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people every season, been doing it since like their inaugural year in the old WPHL in 1997. And I tell people every year, there's going to be a couple of situations just because I'm talking so much. I say, understand there's going to be a couple of times where I say something that is so stupid, that is so just beyond that just doesn't make any sense. You're going to wonder, what the hell did he just say?
Right.
And I'm not going to have an explanation because I'm just talking a lot, and sometimes things just come out. And the evidence of that was last season's, we had a client, Louisiana Coin and Jewelry, which is over on Line Avenue, and it's over there by, what do they call it, the Gucci Brookshires, and it's back there in the corner. And for whatever reason, in the midst of reading their live PA read one night at the Mudbugs game, I said, blah, 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 presented by Louisiana Coin and Laundry.
Which doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't. And I have no idea why I said that, and I don't know. That's an example.
Idiot.
Yeah. And during the game, like the game ops, Matt does all the sound, the music at the Mudbugs games too.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay Watley's there, which is why I'm going to tell you this. I'll tell you
Sure.
this story in a minute. And the point being, I'm on a 2-way all the time. And as soon as brought to you by Louisiana Coin and Laundry. And all of a sudden, people are yelling at me, and I have no idea what I said. They're going, what the hell did you just say? Clown, chowderhead, bonehead. I'm saying, what do you mean? They said, you said coin and laundry. I said, I did not say coin and laundry.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I did.
Kind of did.
I told you that to tell you this. So Saturday night at the Mudbugs game, Jay Watley, he's sort of, for lack of a better term, and I mean this in the most flattering way because he was awesome, the game show host.
Yeah.
He gets interviews in the crowd. He interviews the players after the game.
Does all the games.
Does all
yeah.
the contests on the ice at intermission. And in the TV timeout, in the extended timeout in the third period, the contest was the Sonic Drive-In shake for your shake. And you get like Section G. In fact, these were the exact sections he got. Section G and Section H. And in the respective sections, you get like, because there's about 500 people in each section. You get them to stand up and dance.
Nice shake.
And whoever wins, whichever section with the whole seating section wins a milkshake from Sonic.
Nice.
So Section G, and Section G stands up and they're awesome. They're incredible. They're going crazy. Section H, they stand up. They're going crazy. They're awesome. People are cheering for them. Then Jay goes back and forth. Section G, Section H, Section G, Section H. Who do you think won? The people cheer one more time. And here's where Jay went blank.
Uh-oh.
It was his equivalent of Louisiana coin and laundry. Section G, Section H. And Jay says, tonight's winner, Sonic, shake for your shake. Section R.
No, he didn't. Oh, wow.
It was awesome. Jay Watley, welcome to my world, buddy. 849, 1017 FM, 710 Keel. AccuWeather.com forecast. I can't wait till he comes in. I'm going to ride him like a pony. High today is going to be about 70, mostly sunny, markedly warmer. Right now, it is 49 at Keel. 850, your money now. Now it is 49 at Keel.
Jennifer Kushinka with your money now.
You're listening to American Ground Radio's Morning Minute.
A state senator in the state of Missouri has said it's finally time to pay reparations for slavery after all these years.
Yeah, she said there's no difference between white Democrats and Republicans, that neither of them give a heck about the black community, only the votes. And you know what? She may be right. In fact, the black community votes for Democrat nearly 90% of the time. But it was Republicans who enacted the civil rights laws in the 1950s and the 1960s over the objection of the Democrats.
Regardless of which party you support, reparations aren't going to solve anything. It's a bad idea that needs to end.
American Ground Radio, where building a better America begins with building a better us. Return each weeknight from 6 to 7 p.m. with Louis R. Abalone and Stephen Parr on 1017 FM and 710 Keel, and streaming live at keelnews.com.
855, 1017 FM, 710 KEEL, Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty. KEEL app's a free download presented by Office Furniture Source.
Man, this morning flew by.
Yeah, that guest that you didn't think we were going to have. No, wait. The guest,
I guess they didn't show up.
The guest, yeah. Who stiffed us?
Who stiffed us? I want to know.
You don't know. Erin said it about 6:15. I said, because usually you text a guest list or you'll email it or something on a couple of days before.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get anything this weekend. It's not unusual that we have a show without guests. But you said, I think we have a guest today. I don't know who it is.
I'm just not sure who it is.
And I don't know what time.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to write it down. So obviously we didn't have a guest.
2 guests for this week. Well, 3 actually, because I know you're working on the mayor and Brian Crawford to come in and talk about the millage renewals April 28th. That will be on the ballot.
Mm-hmm.
But I also definitely want Jeff Landry. He wrote an op-ed that is awesome about voter ID and protect how the census is important, the citizenship question, etc.
Yes.
And we still want to talk to Mr. John Kennedy, Senator John Kennedy, about the Zuckerberg hearings and some other things from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Back tomorrow morning, 6 till 9, 1017 FM, 710 KEEL, Kim Commando.
In the week, if he hasn't figured it out yet, and all too often narcissists don't, there will never be a President Mark Zuckerberg. Kim Commando with your Monday Consumer Tech Update. Only a year ago, Zuckerberg was generally viewed as a still rising genius, ready to remake the world in his own image. He was traveling to every state, meeting average people. He was running for something, probably President of the United States, eventually. Last week changed all that. Instead of a powerful and confident business leader, what the world saw was a shifty, evasive, awkward, and squeaky-voiced billionaire man-boy dressed in a cheap and poorly tailored business suit, sitting on a 4-inch booster seat so he could see over the table. It was a modern version of that scene from The Wizard of Oz, when Toto pulls back the curtain.
The great Oz has spoken.
Don't know about you, but my thought is that last week on Capitol Hill is about as close to the White House as Mark Zuckerberg will ever get. I'm Kim Commando. I've got some big dinner plans for my family coming this week, and it doesn't involve restaurants or takeout or even grocery shopping. Here on the Kim Commando Show each week, I tell you all about simple recipes, gourmet touches and flavors, delivered right to your door with garden-fresh, pre-measured ingredients. Just go to HelloFresh.com. Choose from a variety of recipes across veggie, classic, and family plans. Then your meals arrive with easy-to-follow full-color instructions. With HelloFresh, you'll whip up dinner in just 30 minutes or less. And there are lots of one-pot recipes for speedy cooking and minimal cleanup after a busy day. After 2 or 3 weeks of HelloFresh, you'll love your new dinner routine. I know I do, because of how simple and fun it is to cook and enjoy delicious home-cooked meals. For a limited time, get $30 off your first box at HelloFresh.com/Kim, plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/Kim for $30 off your first order. HelloFresh.com/Kim.
KEEL's Top Cop. It's our salute to area law enforcement officers who go above and beyond the call of duty. We want you to send us stories of officers who deserve an extra pat on the back. Maybe an officer changed your tire or spent extra time talking to your youngster. We even want to know about officers who do good deeds while off duty. Let us share these great stories, but we need to know about them. If you want to say thanks to a police officer, deputy, or state trooper, log on to KEELnews.com and click on the Top Cop link. Download the KEEL app on your phone and click on Submit Photo or Video. Then tell us your story. We say thanks with KEEL's Top Cop, 1017 FM and 710 KEEL.
Major multi-car accident on I-20 westbound near Spring and Market has traffic backed up past Swan Lake Spur right now. And we're still keeping an eye on some heavy traffic delays on East Texas Street near Traffic Street in Bossier City. If you have anything to report to us, please give us a call at our Planet Fitness Traffic Hotline. That's 687-ROAD.
Your AccuWeather.com forecast, turning warmer today with sunshine at a high of 72, clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 51, sunny, high 83 tomorrow. With your AccuWeather.com forecast, I'm meteorologist Heather Zayer.
Breaking news and trending talk. This is 1017 FM and 710 KEEL. KEEL, Shreveport.